G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 18 of my piercing Blademaster playthrough with Stabitha. Now, end of last episode, I had a decent number of quests left here to turn in, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, Harmon here is going to be happy that I killed the two zombies, I believe, and Barnabas here wants to give me another bag. Unfortunately, I'm already full on bags, so can't put my bag in a bag. And we've got a few more to turn in here, so we can talk to Bourbon. We can talk to Doreni. Doreni is actually going to need to die. Now, if you fight him here, which I am going to do, then he can't appear in Cronley's hideout. So actually, not killing him will make the Devil's Crossing grind and also the Cronley's gang negative grind a lot easier. Having said that, actually, no, I think I've talked myself into not killing him. Alright, we have a deal. So he's going to give me a key and some directions, and we're going to go do that. Now, if you do kill him, you get a Blood of Chthon out of it, you get some XP and such. It is absolutely worth killing him, unless you want to use him to make the grind for Devil's Crossing reputation and negative Cronley's gang reputation a little bit easier. Let's not have any stories from you, thank you very much. And we can talk to Sardina here. She's already talked to me, okay. Or I've already talked to her, I should say. Right, so I generally have been using Shadow Strike a lot more than Blitz. Blindside here, though, is really, really nice. Shredding the enemy's defensive ability effectively is a buff to your offensive ability. So I am going to put 1 point in here. And I think I'm going to continue putting 1 point into Cadence whenever I can. I do want to get up to, well, I want 1 point in Break Morale. Deadly Momentum is actually what I definitely should do, is just beeline for Deadly Momentum. I need, what, 8 points? Is there anything I can rip 8 points out of just to get it? I mean, I could take it out of Ring of Steel. I think a couple more levels will be fine. We can also talk to her, but there's actually no point. You know what? Let's do it properly. Now, normally I would talk to Constance here after I already have the fabric, because I know where they spawn. However, if you have the quest, you should get a star on the map and just kind of make it a little bit easier to just walk over and grab it. Yep, absolutely. I will end the Warden's life. Okay. So we have the key. We can maybe go and clear that out. So off to the Burridge outskirts. And we have to access the Warden's cellar. We have to collect fabric. We have to find the apprentice. Okay, so all of this is pretty much at the end of Act 1. Alright, so we're heading that way. Lovely. Now, this section here, I'm looking at my not maxed out Chaos Res, and I don't love it. However, I do want to get this quest out of the... specifically out of my quest log. So I'm going to go in here anyway. And this may be a little bit of a mistake, but it's also kind of fine. Alright, we've got a lot of people throwing poison at us. That's honestly fine. Chthonic Seal of Binding is also good. I do enjoy a good... You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence, because YouTube will ban me. No, just my mind taking a trip to the gutter. Okay, I want to get rid of the key. I want to get rid of the quest here. We could run through here. There is an Exalted Stash at the end. There is also probably an ancient Void Touch Totem in here. Or at least there is potentially one in here. But I choose Life. I do think it'll be okay, but 73% Chaos Res is not great. So I think I'm just going to leave that. Let's jump up to the village here. And there's another devotion shrine just up the road here that I want to go and collect. It's not just as simple as walk in and get it, like a lot of the other shrines are. This is one of the ultimate only, I think, shrines. It may be there in Elite, but I haven't done Elite in so long that I forget, to be blunt. So I am going to go and grab this. I may have gone here in normal, but there's no shrine here in normal. So we are going off the map here. And this can be blocked here, in which case you'll have to come through the house and then around the back. But there's a hidden, unmarked cave here. We are going to go all the way through here. And someone remind me to turn the necklaces in too. You know what? We'll collect another one. Sure, why not? Can't use them for literally anything, but maybe we can do like a high score or something. How many Slith necklaces did you get to? Okay, this is getting silly. Alright, work our way through here. I actually don't need to kill any of this stuff. I mean, it is all made out of XP, which I do like, but, another one? Don't mind if I do. What are we up to now? 13. I'm pretty sure I had 9 when I came in here. That's a lot. Okay, Maledictus, give me something nice. Or we could go with 2 random rare items. That's also acceptable. Alright, and we pop up here, and we are on the hidden island. What is it called? The Hallowed Hill. No, it's not a hill, it's an island. There is, on this island / hill, there is an exalted stash. There are potentially 2, yes, 2, you heard that correctly, dos. There are potentially 2 treasure troves on this island. There is guaranteed an exalted stash. There is also a, what do we call these things? A shrine. We'll see how many treasure troves you get. Often you'll get 0, because each of the treasure troves has 3 places they can spawn, and potentially you'll get 1 on here. There's my exalted stash. There's a heroic chest. Okay, Riftwork Grasp, not amazing. Should probably kill some of this stuff before I worry about the loot, although getting it off the screen would be nice. Alright, we've got a couple of crystals to take care of. Always good to take these out first, because they just keep spawning more stuff. Let's go back for the Ruined Shrine. Okay, we can donate a shard, no problem. Boulder's Mantle. Now, Boulder's set is actually one you want to keep your eye out for. It's not amazing, but it is decent. And if you can get the whole set, especially if you get the, I think it's level 94, but if you can get the mythical version, you will be looking real good, get some nice armor out of it. And it looks like I may not be getting any treasure troves, which, what is that, like 4 times out of 6? Something like that. Most of the time you won't get any, because there are multiple locations they can spawn. And yeah, it looks like I get 0. So all my talk of potentially getting 2, as it turns out, never mind. None for me. Unless I missed one, which is entirely possible. But yes, potentially you can have 2 treasure troves on that little island. So if you're playing along, and if you get 2 treasure troves, go ahead and tell me how lucky you are in the comments. And then that way I can curse your existence. Or at least curse my dice. Alright, I'm going to head up here to the docks. I want to get my my fabric so I can do collect the fabric quest. We could also poke our heads into the werewolf den. Now, the werewolf den is... where is it? Just here. This is an area that I generally avoid, because it is decently rippy, actually. But there is an exalted stash in here. Now, I'm going to get bum rushed here. So, if you come in here, and I'm not sure I can recommend you do it, although I'm clearing this out pretty decently. Coming in here with AoE is definitely the play. We've got Grundlepith here. Let's go ahead and make him do less damage. And down he goes. There's Boulder's Mask, so I'm up to 2 pieces of that set already. There's my treasure trove, or one of them anyway. And I'm going to say, if that's the 3rd piece, I think this one, yeah, this one here counts as the Exalted Stash. I'm pretty sure it's Grundlepith's Hoard or something like that. So an Exalted Stash and a Treasure Trove. Not a bad little outing. Definitely do be careful of all these rats that are throwing projectiles at you. All the melee dodge in the world is not going to help you against ranged stuff. And I think Forsaken, we should be okay. I'm going to turn the loot off just so I can see what's going on here. And we can get most of their attacks to miss, which would be great. Let's not stand in the green gunk. Okay, and there we go. Alright, I heard a clonk. I think those red shoulders there, that's what I heard. That's going to be the Cindervane Mantle. Actually, it may have been the Handguards of Justice, which are kind of okay, actually. I do need Piercing Resist, but I need the other ones as well. Okay, Corruptor's Robe, Insignia of Justice. Probably not going to use any of this stuff. I do want to eat the blueprint. Handguards of Justice. I do like the armor on these. It's a solid 280 higher. The attack speed on these also nice. Health also good. OA also good. Piercing resist is great. If I can get another piece, the 2-set bonus is also really, really nice. So I am going to hang on to them. Starting a little glove collection here. But I'm not expecting to really use them. And I think the rest of this stuff is just going to be... I do want to talk about this helmet, actually. But the rest of this stuff is just going to be vendor fodder. Okay, so this, if I could get this on a different helmet, would be great. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, it really does need to have resistances as well. But the Overseer's prefix there, increase armor absorption by 24%, which is more than you get out of a scaled hide. So the Overseer's prefix on a helmet is basically, give me my leg component back. Or in my case, give me my chest component back. So it's really good to get on your helmet. Of the Eagle is just all stats, which is always quite good. But without resistances, I just don't think I can put this on. But it is quite good. If I could get like a Flesh Warped Cask or something, some monster infrequent item that comes with resistances kind of baked in, that would be ideal. Of the Eagle's not amazing, but it's pretty good. If I could get a triple rare with that, that'd be very, very good. Yeah. Alright, so we've got stars on the map here. Now, these are always in the same chests. It's always the weathered chest. Not all weathered chests will have them, but all the ones that have them will be weathered chests. And I guess this is a good way to learn which chests are weathered. Anytime you guys want to stop spitting lightning at me, that'd be great. Grab this one, and the last one is going to be in here against the wall. So this one right here. Now, I've already got this back in normal, so unfortunately no lore note for me. Okay, and Bloodclaw is going down. No Devotion Shrine up here, which is... I mean, it's not ideal. I would like a... sorry, not a Devotion Shrine, a totem. I would like a totem. Let's just go ahead and see whether this is going to be blocked off today. This is my preferred route into this section. Unfortunately, it is blocked off, so I guess we're going around. It's fine. This can also be blocked off as well. Potentially there's a rock in the road, I think kind of here-ish, and then you would go through here and through the underground tunnel, etc. Fortunately, I don't have to do that. Getting our auto attacks in. There we go. Alright, let's turn the loot off, and we'll start up this. What have we got? Ice Rot, Burning, Level Up. Okay, I'm a big fan of Level Up. And I think this stuff should go down pretty quickly. Electrified, it's kind of whatever. I am standing in goop, which I don't love. I don't remember this there being so much stuff in this before. I mean, I got my devotion point, which is great. I did forget to spend the previous one, so I'll have 2 to play with, which is, I mean, it's okay. I am looking through all the affixes on here, and I don't think I'm going to use any of them. Something like this could be okay, but it's not really for this build. It's decent for a different build, let's say. Consecrated? No undead stuff. That's fine. I'll sell it all. And I am going to come in here and see if I can't find... I was kind of hoping the treasure trove would be right here, but unfortunately, no dice. All right, let's get the apprentice here first. Stuff the apprentice into a rift, and we'll poke our heads out here. Okay, so this is relatively safe, but I do need to sell anyway, so I'm going to go back to DC and do my selling thing. And then I'm going to spend my 2 devotion points. And did I also level up? I think I got a level as well, which is good. I like levels. You know what? I'll leave that for now. Boulder's stuff... I do have two pieces. Physical stuff, kind of don't care. It's good armor, though. That's kind of the reason I'm looking at it. Good armor combined with okay stats. Fire to fizz conversion, I don't really care about. More fire to fizz. It's got 3 resistances. It's not amazing resistances, but it's okay. So I'll chuck that in the I might use this later pile, and then I'm going to kind of expect not to use it, to be honest. Okay, let's go physique there. We've got 2 skill points. I'm just going to beeline for deadly momentum at this point. 1 point in this is effectively, for each 3 attack cycle, is effectively going to be 250 to 400 additional damage. Which is actually, it's a pretty good chunk, just for a single point in there. And that's going to go up to, I think, 2 or maybe 4. It's going to go up to 2. So I've only got +1 to soldier stuff at the moment, which is not ideal. Yes, I will confirm that. Let's go ahead and finish Azrakar. Let me just double check the plan here. After Azrakar, we go Jackal and then Revenant. So, okay, Jackal's not exactly sexy. Energy regeneration is whatever, but we've gone from a tier 3 back to a tier 1, so you can't complain too much. We've got 8 points remaining, so Act 2 should get us fully completed on that front. We can talk to Kasparov. No. Okay, I was expecting him to offer me the next quest, to just give him some dynamite. Where are we up to with DC? We're already at Honored, so he should give me his quest to go and commit suicide in the Slith lair as well. Maybe we have to get rid of the Warden first. Alright, speaking of the Warden, we can now access his cellar. Now, I could have turned in that quest there as well, and I probably should have, but I'm not going to use the chest that it's going to give me anyway, so I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest. Okay, Gilliston the Reborn, down he goes. Give me loot. I like loot. You can keep that one. Alright, that's a freebie. It's a gift. Okay, we have made it to the Warden's cellar. Now, what's the word? How cocky do I feel? Let's go looking for that that totem. There it is, just popped up on the map. Let's go do it. Now, this is a really bad idea. You should pretty much never do this totem unless you really, really want to. It is probably the single most dangerous totem in the game, at least as far as number of players it has killed. Aether Res is capped. I think I'll be okay. But yes, this is easily the single entity in the game with the highest kill count. I would bet money on this being the highest kill count item in the game, or enemy. Either that or maybe Gravathul. But I don't know. I think by the time you get to the point where you can spawn him, you probably know enough about the game to not die to him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But we're gonna go ahead and turn this on, and let's just see what happens. Okay, I'm using Warcry on everybody. I'm standing in goop, which I don't love, but I am also leeching a whole bunch of life back. Okay, you're vampiric. I don't really care about. That was the Aether enchanted one. So I think we're okay here. There we go. Totem complete, and I wasn't worried for a second. Probably. Blightshard Amulet is pretty good. That's very rare. If it was the mythical version, I would actually keep it. As it stands, the empowered one is only good for leveling a pet build, and even then, kind of not really. Champion of the Light's a weapon, Wormclaw's a caster offhand, Andros' Amplifier is a pistol, so none of this is looking particularly good. Aggressive of Insight, no. I think most of this stuff is just going to be vendor trash. But it is good to do this one occasionally. It is still quite rippy. I wasn't worried for a second. Copium. Alright, let's get through here. You do want to be careful doing what I just did. If you blow up enough of those fire guys right next to you at the same time, they can one-shot you from full health. Not such a big risk in Ultimate, but it definitely can happen. Alright, let's go downstairs. So we're coming up on the Warden. There is one Devotion Shrine left here, which I do want to get because I need run speed. No, I need another point in the Jackal. Not because I particularly want the Jackal, but I particularly want the Revenant for extra lifesteal and also resistance shredding. And also because having little black skeletons running around is fun. It's fun. Okay, here's my last Devotion Shrine for Act 1. And if I could click the right button, we would be done. Resistant of the Wild is not really what I'm after. However, look at all that total speed. Run speed I think should be capped already. It's over the cap by exactly that devotion point. However, attack speed is definitely something that I want more of. So getting more of that is good. Now I am going to hit all of the crystals through here because, I mean, obviously, there is no such thing as enough Aether crystals. So we're going to go ahead and kill all of this. I mean, killing this stuff is optional. Getting the Aether crystals is definitely not. And no one reminded me to go and turn in the Slith amulets. So I guess I gotta go do that all by myself. If I can remember. I'm gonna go do it as soon as I get to the next waypoint. I swear. No totem here for me, unfortunately. That's kind of fine. I would say I didn't want it anyway, but everyone would just call me a liar, and they would be correct. I definitely did want that totem. Not as much as I want the crystals, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. I might just rediscover that these enemies are made out of XP here for a second. All right, Slith amulet to the White Mire. We are going to come back. We are going to kill the Warden, obviously, but I'm just going to take a slight detour. It'd be really nice if I had an enemy over here that I could Shadow Strike to. Oh well, it is what it is. So I'm going to turn this in. I'm probably not going to use the ring. So it is going to be this ring here. Slith Primal Ring, required level 70. Look at all those resistances. So once you split that elemental resist into 20% cold, fire, and lightning, this ring is 110 or 111% resistance on one item, and also 22% more damage to beasts. And beasts are everywhere, so this is quite a good ring. I may end up using it. It's definitely one you want to hang on to. It's got good resistances on it, and the extra damage against beasts means it can be a good swap in for when Kubacabra jumps out from behind a tree. Assuming you're kind of with it enough to make the swap instead of just panicking and running around in circles, which is probably what I would do. Alright, don't need to fight any of this stuff, but I think I will. So Gethran, the Betrayed, we can take care of him. We can ignore his little ring of fire. Eye of the Storm is a really good relic if you're playing Primal Strike or some sort of lightning shaman. It's very nice. Unfortunately, I'm not playing a lightning shaman, so it's no good for me. I will go ahead and eat the blueprint, though, if I can find it. There we go. And we can probably take care of Bolvarus as well. There he goes. Grab the loot. Lovely jubbly. And is Old Mate up here? No, he's not. Must have gone out for milk or something. Okay, we can get through this pretty quickly. You definitely don't have to do this next part, but I think I am going to dip into the cellars over there and just grab the Exalted Stash if it's there. There is a very good chance that it won't be, but I'm going to go and have a look at the Skyreach Sash. I mean, yeah, it's a blue item, but I don't think I've ever used that one. Okay, we've got spiders here. And that's good, because that is actually where I want to go. Also, I see the totem, or the totem just there. For anyone who's wondering where I'm going, on the map here, you can see this little finger sticking out. Also, you can spin your camera, and there's a lot of stuff like this that's kind of hidden. The normal POV is not going to show it, but if you spin your camera, you can see all kinds of fun things. Now, I'm hoping the Exalted Stash is going to be in here. There is a very good chance that it isn't going to be in here, though, in which case it's going to be on the other side of the area, and I will most likely never get it if it's not in here. Because one Exalted Stash is not really... Honestly, it's not worth the effort to go and get it, even while leveling, and definitely not when you're at level 100. It's just straight up waste of time. You could go and do a single totem and get more than one blue item, which is what you're likely to get out of the Exalted Stash. So this totem right here is probably going to give me more loot than I would have got out of that stash if I had found it. So let's go ahead and do it. If I get even a single blue item here, then we're looking good. Definitely taking a ton of damage from whatever was on the floor there. Alright, got a level, and we've got 2 blues. So this is already better than an Exalted Stash. Okay, Master Spellblade, I'm going to eat that. Not the Master Spellblade, but the blueprint for it. And where did it go, actually? Let's go ahead and do that first. I'm noting 2 MIs, and that's kind of whatever. So I'm going to pick these up. I've got skill points to spend, which is going straight into the fighter bar, or the soldier bar. What are we up to now? 37, and I need 4 more points to start getting points in Deadly Momentum. Do I want to go rip them out of Cadence? No. Am I going to go and rip them out of Cadence? Quite possibly, yes. How many max that's? 12, isn't it? I think this is a 12 of 12 skill. Hmm. I mean, Ring of Steel is definitely very good damage for this build. I think I still have to just wait. Physique up to 30. Okay, so we're going to go back to putting points in cunning now, I think. Physique is actually quite high here, but so is cunning. So there is that. And we don't have a devotion point. Okay, that's cool. I am seriously considering taking points out of cadence to put them into deadly momentum there. It is deadly momentum, right? Yes. So deadly momentum gives you a buff that gives you extra bonus damage on not cadence hits. So instead of having literally auto attack for 2 out of 3 hits, you get literally auto attack with a little bit of bonus damage. Which, I mean, granted, it's not as sexy as like Savagery or whatever, which gives you bonuses that multiply through on your weapon pull skills on every single swing. But it's kind of okay. It's better than the poke in the eye with a blunt stick, or a sharp one, or just a stick in general. Alright. It's time for the man, the myth, the legend, the Warden. I've got 80% Aether res. I've got 80% everything he does res. We're just going to ignore the physical. I'm generally not scared at all of him. And I think I'm just going to go in and blow him up. So I am expecting this to be over fairly quickly. Let's just get it done. I'm going to use the Blitz because of the defensive ability shredding. So he's going to die a lot quicker than he did in normal. And I'm just going to kill his friends. And here he comes. Dodge the stomp, and we're in. Alright. So I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving his face. Actually, I think I will evade the next stomp. And Shadow Strike back in, and he just gets to die now. Yell at him a bit, so he does less damage. But honestly, he just isn't threatening in Ultimate. Alright, so he's dropped it as a double rare, and Relentless of Arcane Balance means that this is vendor trash. And I think the best thing he dropped me was this blueprint. And it's only good because it means he can't drop it again. The Obsidian Breastplate, I mean, maybe. It's got good resistances on it. Unfortunately, maybe very quickly became no when I saw the armor value. So that's no good. Does drop a Tainted Brain Matter every single time. The Mark of Calamitous Desires. +2 Ring of Steel is nice. Other than that, no. And... oh, a food ration. Lovely. Alright, let's go turn some quests in here. So we've got report to Bourbon, eat his conversation pie, then we'll talk to Mornay. Okay, I will speak to him, talk to Mornay. Okay, there we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's go up here and we'll talk to Constance again. I've got your fabric. Go ahead and keep your shirt. I don't need it. Oh, alright. Okay, if you insist. Actually, that's it's not as bad as I was expecting. Where did it go? There it is. So required level 70, and the armor is less than a level 50. I mean, granted a level 50 legendary heavy armor. But yeah, the fortified doublet or doublet is kind of like, it's good, but it's like you're level 70. This is the minimum, okay? If you're level 70 and you're not wearing at least this, just go get this and use it. It's kind of similar to the Slith Primal Ring. If you're level 70 and your ring isn't at least this good, just go get this and you'll be fine. I am actually going to rip all of the points out of here and chuck them in to Deadly Momentum. And then my 2 points per level are pretty much going into Deadly Momentum and Chaos until they're maxed out. Or, not Chaos, Cadence, until they're maxed out. However, that is unfortunately all that I've got time for today. So this is going to be the end of this episode. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.